Boop, ba-doop, boop, boo, ba-doop, boo, boo. Bum, bum, ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba-do. Okay, new live stream. Great. Okay. Um, fix the microphone problem, but let's just get this out to da da da. Let's see, get shareable link. Sorry, folks. Da da da. Ba ba da ba ba. Yay. Okay. And nobody's here. It's awesome. Okay. But apparently I'm live. Let's just see. Hey, we back. We back. Apparently we're back. Yes. And none of it's showing up. Oh no. Oh God. People. Okay. There we go. Oh, there we are. I found it. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Tasty Whale. Uh, fix my problem. I think echo. Agree. Still echo. Really? Oh man. Oh my God. This is bullshit. Welcome to 5 years of space art by Christopher Dahl. Yeah. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba. Thank you. But the crackle is gone. Da da da. Open up. Okay, I've had to rebuild like everything, which it didn't ask me to do before, which is really annoying. And I'm gonna take a second. Shit. Sorry. Bah. Okay, there we go. Ba ba da ba ba. Let's just say monitor off. There we go. Okay, better there. Da 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 da. Yes, it's me. All right. I've had to like relog into YouTube. Can you believe this? This is ridiculous. So annoying. Okay. What? All right. There we go. Da, 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 da. Now you just sound a little too radio host with the echo. I don't understand what the echo is coming from. That's the weird thing. We all good. Awesome. Okay. Well, echo is gone. Alrighty. Filters. Let's see. I've got them all. Got them all. Got that. Got that. Got that. Close. Okay, cool. Sounds like future technology, right? Exactly. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Oh boy. Okay, so we can hear me, which is great. Let's try a couple of other things, shall we? Just for good measure. Let's see what happens when I do Space Art Store. Nothing, which is really great. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to turn CloudBot off and then back on again. And while you're reading chat, a little maybe 15 to 20-second delay from chat. Blame YouTube. Yeah. Exactly. Anyway, let's get some music going while we can have this wonderful, fun effect here. Boink. Alrighty. Yeah, so we're going to be here a little while. I'm going to hang out for the afternoon, just to let you know. Have I tested my brushes? Yeah. I'm 30 seconds behind? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's weird. I'm also not paying close attention to the chat, unfortunately. I'm sort of multitasking here. Chat delay, okay. Bother. Okay. Well, fortunately, we're not going to really have anything that's time constrained, which is really cool. All right, let's see if I can't fire up the old CloudBot again. Alrighty. Trying this one more time. Da-da-da. Let's see if my Discord one will work. Nothing. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna assume this is kind of going, and let's see if we can't start a giveaway. Oh, look at that! Hey, Streamlabs is working. We've got it. We're here, and you can hear me. I don't have any entries. Okay. Here's the deal. I will be giving away this painting tonight on the live stream. Hey, David, how you doing? And now that we're all actually here, this is gonna be cool. Sorry about the mess up, but it looks like Cloudbot's actually working. We're gonna raffle this away. Yeah, you're live, or rather than us, exactly. If you enter exclamation point space, there we go. Tasty Whales got the idea. Enter exclamation point space art in the chat, and you will be registered to win tonight's painting, unless you're Ginger Snaps. But she's not here, so I can say that. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? Hello. Little mess up here from the beginning. We're finally rolling. 20 minutes into the live stream, which is great that I'm doing oil paints tonight, so they don't like dry up on the thing here, which is great. Awesome. Okay, they're coming in. I'm seeing them now. Thank you. Hey, Iridium's here. How you doing? So I'm gonna go till the end of the stream today, and then we'll do the drawing. You do not have to be here for the drawing, and you do not have to pay anything. This is absolutely free, and I'm just saying that for the benefit of YouTube. So yeah, this is not sponsored by anyone other than me. Haha! I am the sponsor. I am, yes, my high-end, high-pricey sponsorship. Woohoo! Looks like they're coming in, which is really great. And Streamlabs seems to be working. Awesome! Thank you. So at the end of the stream today, I'll do the drawing, and we'll work on connecting up, and I'll make sure that the winner gets the winner. What's the cooldown on the raffle, or just I only want one? It's one per one, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I used to have it set up where I kind of, like when I was on Twitch, I had it bumped like 1.25% or something. Hey, Blaps here. How you doing? The Blaposphere. Dave, happy birthday. Forgive me, I missed it until days later. I hope that you're having a good time. This is cool. But yeah, so get in on the raffle, exclamation point space art. We'll figure out how to get it to you. Now, this is an oil painting, so I can't like send it immediately after the stream. Whenever I finish here, we will it'll take a little bit to dry, and then I varnish it, and then you'll send it off. But you will have this on your home, in your home or office, if that's the case may be. Ooh. The drink today is tea, Earl Grey, lukewarm. Sneaking a listen at work. There's been a lot of that. If nothing else, I'm an excellent excuse to not work. So, hey, and happy Pi Day. Awesome. It's also almost the Ides of March. Oh boy, that's exciting. Okay, I'm gonna move the microphone a little bit further away here. Alrighty. Now that we're finally rolling, and we see, you want it now. Andrew, if you want it now, I'll send you your wet, mushed up painting. It's like, well, it looked really good on the live stream, but I don't understand what happened when it actually got here. It looked like a 3-year-old painted it. Actually, it looked like a 3-year-old painted it before I sent it, but no. I am working on a commission painting, a landscape, a really nice sunset. And I'm working in oils, and it's been a while. So I forget that when you want to wait for a layer to dry, sometimes it'll take a day, sometimes it takes like a week. But we're going to go end to end on this one here today. So let's take a look at it here, shall we? Okay, cool. All right, I've got this. This is a 16 by 20 inch, nice size, 16 by 20 inch canvas. Actually, I'll just come back over to the main one. So yeah, this is the canvas. It is a little smaller than the ones I've done for my anniversary live streams, but I wanted to make sure that we had a good gallery wrapped canvas like this, which means it's a little thicker. And honestly, all of my larger canvases are kind of dedicated. So yeah, that's a damn it. This is like, right. Well, you know, it's an album called Smell the Shark, Smell the Glove. Smell the shark, smell the glove, right? Oh yes, it's like blacker than black, right? So, yeah, awesome. I'm gonna kick up the the size on this. Hang tight here. We're going to zoom in a bit so I can see this a little bit better. And there we go. Yeah, space minus stars. I am reminded of the day that I painted out the Galactica from one of my older paintings, and I've never come back to finish it. So it's the only time that I've actually like removed a spaceship from a painting on a live stream. That was exciting. Magic tricks, right? There we go. All right, so I've got, looks like people are showing up here in the thing. It's really cool. Tape a paint tube to it and sell it for millions. Yeah, just, there was a paint tube next to a banana. But the duct tape was pretty artful. Awesome. So, and just for, so anybody that may be just joining, I don't plan these paintings very much. Like, I have an idea of kind of the color scheme that I want, but this is really off the cuff. The most preparation I did was pre-painting this canvas with black acrylic paint. So yeah, that's the most that I do. This is all going to be live as we go. Yeah, but I get inspired, during the week when I see artwork that I really like, something I want to, kind of, that gives me an idea of where I want to go, or maybe an idea. And I have a couple in mind. There was an older painting that I did years ago, like probably 2013. And I kind of accidentally hit on a color scheme. It was a nebula. It was actually the Orion Nebula. And I came up with a color scheme for it, again, on accident. Yeah, I painted out the Galactica. That's right. Anyway, so that's kind of my. I always wanted to revisit that color scheme because it was a little more muted than what I did. I think we're gonna have some fun with it. But yeah, I painted out the Galactica, Andrew, because it was another painting that I did around the same time, 2013, 2014, and it wasn't great. Like I kind of had it. I wanted to redo the Galactica. I wanted to redo the background. And the thing was just, it was okay. That's basically all that it was. It was all right. I don't mind the idea that it's gone. Let's put it this way. So, in one of these future live streams that actually works, I'll be revisiting that one in particular, Andrew. So no worries there. Also, if you really like Galactica, this is a little sci-fi side note. I noticed Katie Sackhoff's podcast. She just did an episode where she sits down with Ron Moore, and I've seen a couple of clips from it. It's in my queue to watch the whole thing. It's really fun. I love that show. I love the newer Galactica, and I love kind of hearing the people involved with it talking about it. Especially even Katie. She said I was like 25 when the show ended, and she says now, kind of coming back to it, she's seeing so much more of it, which is pretty cool. One doesn't just paint out the Galactica. I know, right? Okay. Right. Well, we're gonna get some warm and cool colors in here. Let's go. My palette cam this week is this. So here's my paint palette. I'll keep that on hand here so when I'm working on this one. The paint that I'm using, I mostly have this. Oh man, that's really bright, isn't it? Yeah. This here. I'll do it this way. I'm mostly using this Gamblin. I really like this. I really like their paints. They're really decent. Gamblin oil paints. I've enjoyed them, and that's what I'm going to be using for a little bit. So, all right, to get started, I kind of want to, I have this cobalt teal here, and I'm going to grab some of it. I kind of want to gray it up just a bit. So to do that, I'm going to grab a little bit of this raw sienna, and we're going to mute the color down just a bit. I imagine that the cobalt teal here is probably, it's probably cobalt blue with a little bit of yellow already and some titanium white. So out of the tube, it's already a little bit muted. But I want to push it back just a bit further. Muted colors have been my... Yeah, palette cab, woohoo! Muted colors have kind of been my... what do you call it? Not obsession's not the word. My sort of internal lesson for the last month or so. Month? here, maybe? All right, and I want a darker color of this. I'm going to grab some ultramarine blue, a little bit of this raw sienna. This isn't going to go to teal exactly. This is going to be a really muddy something, but I'm going to make use of this. I needed a darker color, a little bit more blue. There we go. And actually, with a little bit of this teal might actually help it. There we go. What I do love about oils, and I forget that I love this about oils, is that, you know, it doesn't just like dry up on you, which is really awesome. Yay! Okay. So I'll get these two colors together, and we're going to proceed. We'll proceed with that. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Awesome. Who's the secret Cylon this week? Yeah, exactly. You know, that's tough. You know, I imagine you get into a show with a complicated story like that, as much as I love the Galactica show, it was really getting tiring with the whole, who's a Cylon and who isn't? Oh my god. But that's okay. I respect the show for what it did, and it did a good job. So, not a complaint as such. It's a complaint! These fans, I tell ya! Alrighty. Woot palette cam. Okay. Let's see. The other thing I need, the magic elixir of, you know, this is the only thing that's really stinky on the on the palette, right? This lovely liquid. Just lost the thing. Smells like turpentine, basically, because I think that's the solvent in it. But I like using a little bit of a medium like this. It improves paint flow, and it helps speed up the drying of oil paint. So I do like to use a little bit of it as we go. There we are. Ba-ba-dum-ba-ba. Wow, that's cool. Awesome. Nice job, Iridium. I see what you did there, pal. I'm gonna allow it. Anyway, okay. So typically, what I'll do, I'm not gonna. What I used to do on my paintings here, I'll just pull this back up. Actually, before I do that, I used to put a little bit of this on the canvas. In fact, I might do just a little bit of that. Nah. F it. Yes, I am. Okay. What I would typically do is take my this is actually just some straight up linseed oil, and what's my favorite painting from 5 years? Oh, that's a good question, David. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Favorite painting from 5 years. Okay, let me pop this back up to the art view. Okay, just testing the limits of the system. The limits are my patience. You're nowhere near testing them once a hacker. So what I would typically do, I would cover the whole thing with that medium, but I'm just going to get a little bit in this area up here. And we're just going to do a very light, not a lot, right? Just get a little bit on the canvas. This will help with the blending and the reaction. In fact, I need a little bit more than that, actually, now that I'm thinking. Now that I'm seeing that, maybe what I'll just do is add a little bit more here. Favorite painting from 5 years. You know, David, I have to say, the one that comes to mind, there's a couple that are in mind. There was one, well, my Voyager painting, which is available on my store if you want it. Actually, it's also down in the shop downtown Oil City. Yay! Okay, I just want a thin layer of this stuff on here. Yeah, this helps out with kind of the blending, but it also makes the whole painting a little muddy. And I kind of want to get into some detail painting, so I'm only going to do this a section at a time. But yeah, I think my Voyager painting, yeah, I think that's my favorite of the bunch. And the reason I say that was, well, first, that was an oil painting, which was a joy to paint. And it kind of was one of those paintings that sort of surprised me. a little bit. You know, you never know how a painting is really gonna go, right? I mean, it's I consider myself in a constant state of a learning process because I could literally do this for 100 years and still consider myself a student, right? Oh, wouldn't that be nice if I could do that for 100 years? That would be actually really cool. The Voyager paintings kind of, to me, where everything came together, right? Hey, Streamlad, send you a ticket. Woohoo, you got a ticket. Awesome. So I really feel like that, yeah, I think the Voyager painting can happen. Yeah. Rachel asks, am I going to Wonderfest this year? Hey, good question. I am not only going to Wonderfest this year, Rachel, I have a table at Wonderfest. So, I am already set, not only to just go, but I'm going to be vending. I'm going to be right across from Steve Iverson, which is pretty cool. The Canadian Wonderfest is out for the next 4 years. Tell you what, Dave, we'll bring Wonderfest to you, pal. We'll talk afterwards. Mad respect, man. Yeah, that is regrettable. Okay, this is working about how I was expected. Da-da-da. Yeah. But I think things will get better. All right, so I'm just going to throw some color on here. I wanted a little bit of... We're going to do some hot, warm colors, but... You must attend. Well, absolutely, Rachel. If you get a chance, that would be lovely if you could attend. Last year's Wonderfest was the first I attended in about 10 years. And it shocks me that it went that long. And it was wonderful. All right, so I'm going to get some of this on here. I just kind of wanted to get a feel of this has ended up being hotter than I thought, but that's okay. Go. Oh, I just love the weird things that oil paint does when you have half a chance with it. Yeah. But as I was saying earlier, no, these paintings are all they're all done on the fly. There's no yeah. I really kind of make it up as I go. With an idea in general of the color schemes that I want to do. So we're starting off with our blues here today. All right. Let me just see if I can get in a little bit of... This is that darker kind of teal blue that I have in here. And we're gonna play Happy Accidents for a little while. But yeah. For the benefit of those in my stream that really love warm colors, I'm setting up the warm colors, Rachel. I know that's troublesome, but completely respect, Dave. I actually want to come up and see you, Stuart, and Ross. I think that would be a blast, and everyone up there. That would be really cool. All right, just trying to give this a little... So, some of this, I'm really just making this up as I go, so we're just going to kind of do our thing. All right. Oh, that's so exciting. I've come to a realization this week that, well, the last couple of weeks, as I said, I'm painting a landscape, right? A sunset over an ocean. And I've had all of these trips to the Pacific Northwest. Beautiful lighthouse. And I'm feeling like I need to do more. I need to do more of these. So I'm just using a round brush in here. I'm trying to give in some striations into this nebula. It's going to be another deep space nebula, but with a ship We'll all get together somewhere. I'm looking forward to it. I'm missing my high alcohol Canadian beer. You know, I mentioned that I've quit drinking. I've quit drinking regularly. I'm not being religious about it. I'm just not doing it. So my intention was to really tie one on with all my pals at Wonderfest again. Except for Rocco, because he keeps making fun of my how much soy sauce I use when I go to a Japanese restaurant. So to hell with that guy. I'm kidding. Rocco, if you're on here, get a life. No. Anyway, no, it'd be fun. We had a really good time. We found a decent sushi restaurant that was it was more like a ramen house, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I drink more Wonderfest than I do the rest of the year, as intended. I think that happens to the best of us. I had this really great room by the like right by that second floor where you come out onto the balcony where everyone was hanging out, and it was great. So it gives the umami. Yes, indeed. All right. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna take a moment and make sure I can get the top here. So I'm just gonna drop some of this in, just so that whoever wins the canvas or the painting this year, there will be edges that look like I actually intended to paint them this way. Yay! And I did! All right, I'll get a little bit of this in here. Da-da-ba-ba, a little bit on there. We're gonna do that. A little bit there. Okay. I'm always impressed by artists like Bob Eggleton, who I think he exclusively paints in oils, at least, maybe not exclusively. No, I think he's done some acrylic too. I mean, he has in the past, right? But I think right now he's just pretty much all oils, and it's just gorgeous work. It's kind of like the place I want to be in 20 years, assuming I'm still around. I'm a healthy guy. Of course I'll still be around. Why not? Who wouldn't be? Right. Of course, at this age, the hangover lasts a week. I did pretty good, honestly, at the last Wonderfest on the hangover. I was kind of surprised. Some years I've really bashed my brain with that stuff, and it was less than fun. But no, I kind of kept up with it. Hey, Wes is here. How you doing, Wes? Hey, well, no, we had a little false start. So welcome to everybody that might have followed me over for my previous attempt at launching the live stream. Yeah, it wouldn't be a live stream without Chris screwing it up somehow, right? But yeah, I'm just now going back over this. Look at how much brighter that color. This is the same color I put on in the first part, but we're gonna get in some nice happy little nebula in here. Bum-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, this is the kind of effect that we want to see. Bum-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Now I have a tendency to kind of do the same shape, and so I'm a little bit trying to break out of that. And I'm just gonna see if I can't do just that. Yeah. It's cold, wet, and still early here. I'm gonna make an Irish coffee. I agree with you on there. You know, that's kind of the nice part. Forgive me, Wes. I can't remember. Did you find another gig, or is it still kind of hanging out there? The crazy blending with oil. I forget when I'm in the acrylic world. I forget the kind of subtlety you can achieve with this, which is really fun. Okay, I'm gonna sit back a little bit. See, there's another thing. I don't do this a lot on the live stream. When I'm actually working on a regular painting, I'll do a section, and then I really just kind of sit back. Sometimes I'll just kind of sit back and look at it for like almost 20 minutes, or even leave and come back, or or take photos as I go. Yeah, that kind of thing. Just to sort of see if I like what I've done. Okay, we're going to do warm colors down here. I'm not going to tack that yet. I want to get in on this sort of, this side. We're going to stick with the cooler tones for now. But I'd forgotten how much I love this cobalt teal. My tendency is to use too much of it, but I just wanted this to be a background field. And of course, later on, when we get closer to the end of the live stream, we'll be flicking some stars again. Woohoo! Which I haven't done enough of that on the stream, as it were. Yes. Okay. I'm not breaking out any of the levels, not busting any ears. Okay, cool. Well, we'll just do that a little bit. Woohoo. I can't believe I had to restart OBS for this. It's so weird. Hey, hello, mediocre modelers here. How you doing? I have a special bottle of Sambucas. Ooh, specifically for Wonderfest. Very, very cool. Finally, beach and sandcastle making weather here in Canada, 40F. Oh, awesome. Very cool. We are, gosh, we're pushing almost 70 today down here in the beautiful rural western Pennsylvania. But mediocre, guarantee we will seek you out, and we'll make a party of it. Should be a good time. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've never had a table at Wonderfest. I've worked Federation Models table at Wonderfest, Tracy Brownfield stuff. But this time I'm gonna be there. Weirdly, I'll be there with paintings, maybe some models. We will see. But stay tuned for that. One of the things I'm doing on the and I'm showing off the pieces that I'm working on Patreon and a little bit on Discord. We've been moving more towards building models as part of the Space Art by Christopher Dahl thing. So there are some models in the works, and I'm almost ready to launch one of the videos, which has taken me so long. Only because it's kind of in the middle of commission work and the stuff that needs to get done. all those annoyances of life, right? So yeah. Okay, let me clean off the palette a little bit here. Hey, and I mentioned it earlier, let me know if the music's too loud, not loud enough, or if you hear more crackling or anything. Although right now, if there is more, I'm not sure what I can do about it, unfortunately. All right, we're going to try the next section a little differently. But I am going to use this thing. Right. Oh, sorry. I don't know, Rachel. I don't know why it retracted your message. Forgive me. We need that and black light painting. Oh, that would be cool too. Yes. More like this, right? There we go. That would be the way to go. All right, we're going to go a little different direction for this one. I want I want a little bit of a rust. We're going to get right here. Maybe a touch of magenta. There we go. Ever done a neon themed painting? Oh, not as such, Rachel, but I am. I did a neon sign of a restaurant that I grew up with that had like the little dancing lights. Oh, YouTube's being weird. Yeah, there are some what do you call them? There are some things it'll like catch. I don't remember what it is. So I'm on. There's about 3 different bots, if you will, that are working to prevent things going on. So I don't honestly know what could have done that. Forgive me. Anyway, crackling and echo gone. Music is pleasantly in the background. Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Awesome. Ba-da-bum-bum. Ha, David, a nose short and sandals. Cool. Love to see me do a cyberpunk cityscape. Ooh, I like that idea, Dave. yes. In fact, that's kind of on the that's kind of on the short list, if you will, of paintings that Chris wants to do. So thank you for that. I do take all the suggestions, and I do try to get around to them. So I've got some canvases that would be perfect for that. Just really kind of go Blade Runner, sort of. Yes. All right. I'm gonna work on a different color on this side. Let's see how we can do this. And this is definitely going to be more of a red and rust color. Normally I would go straight to the oranges, go to the yellows and the oranges for this kind of a thing, but now I'm going to stick in with some of the earth tones. Yeah. And I keep looking back at my camera because that's, or my at the camera, because that's where chat is. Sorry, Andrew, I don't have anything posted in front of me to make that easier to read yet. My older iPad that I used to work on with this is she's kaput. So it's not working anymore, unfortunately. Okay. But yeah, everybody, make sure you get in on the drawing. Exclamation point space art in the chat window, and you will be registered to win this painting. Also, I am doing a today only 15% off any original art in my store. Just type in code ADASTRA. You'll see it at the bottom of the screen right there, or over there, down, yeah, right there, in the shopping cart on my store. And I've decided that I'm not going to do a lot of what do you call it? I'm not going to do a lot of sales on the artwork, but tonight for sure. And as always, any purchases from the Space Art by Christopher Doll store go towards not only keeping the lights on, but helping feed the cats. Because we have our 20 kitties that we've rescued in this area. So, kind of wanted a little hint of that. Multiply Astra. There we go. Yes. Add. Yeah. We're just gonna get some tones down. All right. I like this Bob Ross stage of the painting. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of fun. All right, now we're gonna kind of do the same sort of thing, but I'm gonna work up a different color again altogether. We'll go back down. This is almost working out as well for what I'm doing. So here's that sort of reddish rust color. Oh, it's really showing up more red in this camera than what it is, but that's cool. I'm just gonna move it out of the way here as I go. And then I want a purple, and we're gonna go about that the old-fashioned way. A little bit of ultramarine blue with a little bit of quinacridone magenta. Move the microphone. Hey, Edwards here. How you doing? Maybe ad block Astra. Yeah, oh, jeez, no kidding. Boy, I really wish. At some point, I do want to get YouTube Premium just so I can get rid of all the darn ads. Holy crap! That's like my stretch goals. I am also very, very close. Oh, that's a nice, beautiful one. I am very, very close to reaching a YouTube, whatever they call their partner status thing is. Let me see. I'm just gonna check this up there. And once that happens, I'll be able to start taking donations and all that other fun stuff. Oh, I forgot. I need to get the edge on this one too. Hang on here. I still have some of that on. I'm painting on the edge. Let's see. We kind of want that there. There we go. But I like the thicker canvases like this because it does actually. They look great on the wall without a frame. That's what I'm trying to say. But I do like to kind of complete the effect. Get YouTube payouts to pay for YouTube Premium. Bingo. Exactly. Which is, I do have, I was mentioning this last week. I am still very interested in doing more than one live stream a week. There's just some times where I'm not gonna be able to pull that off, like just because of things that are happening, things we're working on, that sort of thing. And but I do want to get more streams going, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to drop in today a little earlier on a Friday, just to sort of see how things are going to go. So if you like this time, let me know. I know a lot of you are still at work, but it is a Friday, so what the heck are they doing giving you work anyway? He's lazy. No, he's not. Just don't like work on a Friday. It's kind of the way I am. I'm weird that way. All right. There we go. All right, let's change up the colors a little bit. Want some. I know this is a very bright purple, and I'm gonna work in at some other colors on this too. Can't decide how far I want to go with this. I'm just going to do this for now. Okay. Where is my scrubby brush? That's the technical term, right? I know I promise this one's actually this color's ended up being like more vibrant than I wanted it to be, but it'll be a good start. So I don't mind. Get the side here, make it look in the midst of it. You can see though, this was definitely a drier application. I didn't do this. I didn't do this wetting down of the canvas with this paint on this side, so you're kind of seeing the difference. This was on a dry canvas. This one blended much more quickly on the wet canvas. But that's okay. Rachel says, I work in an environmental lab, watching while weighing things back and typing numbers into Excel. Well, hopefully maybe this will give you a nice, maybe this is a nice combination, right? Yay. So I'm pulling the paint that I had, this purple paint, into my other colors a little bit. I gotta be careful I don't pick it all up. Environmental lab work. That's kind of cool, Rachel. Congratulations. That's awesome. Da, da, da. It's funny. I actually think tonight we have a very good support from the Wonderfest community, which is really kind of fun. Oh my gosh. Poor Rachel's had to survive the Wonderfest people. It's a good crew. It's a good crowd. Except for two. All right. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure the last time I did an oil painting for the live stream, like the cover art, I think I did use this color pretty heavily. In fact, Wes, I think you won that one, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not going to feature it as the main event, right? Science! She blinded me with science. Sweet. I like it. That's really cool. I'm mixing up a little brighter color here. You did. That's right. So I grabbed a little bit of white, and I want a brighter future. No, a brighter center for this. And it's mixing with what's on here. We're gonna get, it's gonna muddy up just a little bit. Get in the top, get in the top. Okay. Mr. Scrubby Brush here. It's hanging in the living room. Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I remember you said that photo. That was really neat. So I like these scenes where it feels like you're up close in a nebula, right? Where you're you know, you're not seeing like the Hubble or JWST view. You're actually just like at a distance. You're up close and you're in the middle of it. The combination of this rust color with the magentas and the blues is sort of where I wanted to go with it. I'm at work designing a test fixture in Autodesk Inventor. I'll laser cut it from acrylic sheet and then glue it up. Oh, very cool. So not only do you get to play in the computer stuff, you get to smell the beautiful acrylic cement. Hey, I am on board with that. No, that's really cool. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, I'm looking. The other thing I like to look back at my camera on, or the monitor over here, is I get to kind of see a different view of this painting, and that's really fun. I'm really kind of digging that. So let's see. What do I need? Maybe I need just a touch of this. I grabbed a little bit of the purple, just with the big fat brush. I've got the paint here. Just to give some, just to give some effects. Methylethylene chloride. Yeah. The best, maybe. Or MEK, which was always exciting, too. Just to give this a little yuck. Oh, come on. It's the smell of creativity in action. I remember I used to know a guy that worked in an architectural model shop, and anytime I would go visit them, the whole place just absolutely reeked of well-done. Because they were buying it by the gallon, I'm pretty sure. Which made sense given what they did, right? Right. Well, a little too much on that one. Crap. Oh, well, we'll make it work. There we go. I love the smell of cyanoacrylates in the morning. MEK in the morning. Who needs a nervous system? Man, when I was at Western Michigan University in their engineering program, which was the core of their industrial design program, I had this. We had a plastics class. And yeah, sure enough, they're like, yeah, if you want to wash all of that resin off your fingers, just wash your hands in the MEK jug over here. Oh man, I looked right at him and said, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "It's just a small amount." All right. So I've had my exposure limit, I'm sure, just from that college alone. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. I don't do that anymore. Not so much. Yeah, I think the worst thing that I'm exposed to is this liquid, which again, it kind of just smells like mineral spirits or turpentine, basically. And that can definitely give you a headache. So if any of you are working in oil paints like this, make sure you've got a good ventilated area to work in. I've got the door open. My doorway goes out to the driveway. It's pretty hilarious. I don't know if you can see this. Let's check this out. Here's a little brief tour of Chris's office here. So if I turn this around, yeah, there's the door that is like blown out. That's a stairwell that leads out to the driveway. It's kind of nice, actually. I like having I like having outdoor access from the office, and there's a little vestibule that's glassed in. So, you know, if you ever just want to walk outside and look at the night sky when it's winter, you can just freaking walk outside and look at the night sky, and when it's winter, it's pretty cool. Alrighty. Bum, bum. Now we're just working up the background. The plan here today, I'm just gonna chill, and we're gonna paint this thing. There's gonna be a spaceship in this one. Yes, there is. We're gonna have a spaceship in this painting. So no worries. Okay, but in all the excitement, I have to take a quick break. So not even 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Hang out, everybody. We're gonna continue this painting. And don't go away. Boop. There we go. Hey, we are back. Hello. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sticking around here tonight. We appreciate it. We are loving this. Gonna be a good time. Yeah. Boop. There we go. Looks like we're getting folks in here on the drawing. Remember, folks, go ahead and type in ! space art in the chat. You'll be entered to win a drawing. You'll win this painting, which is my anniversary painting for the year. Awesome. All right. Looking good here so far. I decide how far I want to go with the bottom here. Don't want to do that quite yet. Funny was also my plan. I was just going to chill, and you're painting, and there we go. Oh, very cool. We're thinking alike here. This is good. This is good. Anyway. Yeah. I know there was something terribly interesting that I was going to bring up, but I'm just going to keep on painting here a little bit. Get a little bit. I'm just going to work the white in here. There we go. I basically just took a little bit of titanium white and I was adding it to the purple that I had in there. So it's kind of going to give me a little bit of this going on. If I want to do more than that, I think I just want to do a hint there, maybe a hint here. Just a couple of those. Yeah, let me wipe off this brush. But yeah, one of the reasons I didn't actually cover the whole painting with this clear solution that I started with is that I find that you kind of need a drier canvas when you want to get into the fine details of, like, say, a spaceship, if you will, which I do want to do. I want to kind of do I've got a John Harris sort of vibe going for this painting. And that's sort of where I want to go with it. All right, I got my. I can work with just a little bit. Yeah, I do have my room reservation for Wonderfest. I've got my table reserved. And one of the next like big special live streams that I'm gonna do in the next couple of months is I'm gonna do a painting for the charity raffle at Wonderfest. They do a charity raffle every year, and it's all the money goes to a good cause. And so this year I want to include a giveaway, maybe a painting about this size. So we'll do that on a nice afternoon live stream again. Just something that we can throw into the mix. Of course, if you yourself win this painting and you are going to Wonderfest, you're welcome to donate your painting as well if you want. But you don't have to. Not at all. There we go. Okay, I kind of like this little starry bit right on there. That's pretty cool. Let me see. How are we doing? We're still on. There we go. Very cool. That's even better. Here we are. I think I would like to get a little bit of raw sienna in. I want some hints of yellow in this mix. Nothing too extraordinary. That's too much. There we go. Now, really, let me see. How many colors have I used? I've used the cobalt teal, ultramarine blue, quinacridone magenta, raw sienna, burnt sienna, which is the red. That's this reddish one, and a little bit of white. So I don't have too many colors really on the palette. That's pretty. I grabbed some of the. Is that what that was? Raw sienna? Yeah, raw sienna. Raw sienna is very yellow. It's an earthy yellow, right? We're just gonna get this into the effect there. Oh, time to paint the top of the canvas. Make sure it's all in there. Actually, I need a little bit more of that purple. Not that you'd see the top of the canvas very much, but yeah, it's nice to know that it's there, right? Okay, so let's see a little bit of. Whoa! I grabbed that one. That was what I wanted, but we'll do it anyway. There we go. Ooh. I like this lavender that's showing up in here. It's kind of a nice effect. I'm going to use it to push this magenta cloud out a little bit. It's a 3D painting! Yay! Yeah, there we go. 3D in 3D. You know, it's fun what happens when you do a lot of practice with the colors. It's and some of that comes from doing things that aren't really your wheelhouse, right? So for me, a lot of that could be going back to landscape. Or really, that's where you get a lot of these styles, right? Uh, really, this is painting clouds more than anything else. But what I'm finding is this is too hot over here, so I think I'd like to tone that down a bit. I'm gonna try a little bit of go. Let's see if we can't get that tone down. Did I catch the lunar eclipse at 3 a.m.? I caught some of it, Iridium. I really did. I was up, and I caught a little bit. In fact, it's funny. Our house basically faces the direction where all the planets and the moon travel across the sky. So I could be sitting and watching TV in the living room and look out the window and see the moon as it goes across the sky. In fact, our second floor, which also has windows pointing that way and tall windows, I've got my little telescope set up there, but I didn't go up and catch it, unfortunately. Ah, there we go. That's what we wanted. This is it may be harder to see, but this is a duller color, for lack of a better term, and I want to tone this all down just a little bit, just kind of gray this down. A little bit dark though. I'll pull some of that hotness out just a little bit. Might be it's got a little glare, but there we go. Yeah, I saw the eclipse, but there was some high thin clouds, so it wasn't good viewing. Oh, that's too bad. It was pretty cool. By the time I saw it, it was about halfway. I can't recall if it was start or finish, unfortunately, but if I just put some straight raw sienna on, this might work too. Oh yeah, that does. That's all I need to do. Just use the paint that's already on there, Chris. There we go. Just gonna dull this down just a tad. There we go. I still want to leave some of the hot color in there, but I want to bring it back just a bit. Let's see. That side. Okay. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. All right. Standard for me with any astronomical phenomena. Oh, I feel your pain there, David. When we lived in the Seattle area, which I still absolutely love. I adore the Pacific Northwest, and my heart really belongs to the Pacific Northwest, in spite of me being in the Midwest. That's okay. But we had a really tough time getting good, all those evenings where there would be like, hey, there's aurora out, or there's a meteor shower, or all the planets are in alignment. It's like, really? I didn't know. Never could tell. There we go. So this is doing what I really wanted it to do, and we're gonna try with a little more of the dark. Oh. Just to tame this out just a little bit. It just felt too much teal. I mean, I like the teal, but I don't want that much of it. All right. Oh, I really got some on there. There we go. Aha. Okay. I didn't want this to be too hot with the teal up here. I wanted a section of it, but not all of that. There we go. You like the nebula effects? Thank you. I'm digging it too. Hoping we can pull this off. We're going to try to do the same thing on this side over here a little bit, just to... I'm probably just overworking this. I think that's what I'm doing. But that's all right. I wanted to darken that corner a bit anyway. There we go. All right. Okay. And then what I can do now that I've darkened it a bit, is I can kind of complete these a little. Let's get some filaments back in there just a bit. We'll sort of enclose the space with a little bit of space. Yeah, that's what I want. I saw the start of the lunar eclipse, but then it was bedtime, so I had to get back. It was out late. It was it was no joke. You really needed to be a dedicated evening observer, and I was watching a lot of shows late at night. I was editing video, doing all that other good stuff, and honestly, I just got it to a point where I couldn't stay up for the whole thing, because I knew that I had this live stream today, and I was certain that it was going to be... I was certain there was going to be some technical issue, and I was right. Look at that. There we go. Just wanted to give this a little love here. Let's do some of this. A little touch of that. Darken this up. Give this a... what do you call it? A Molten God's Eye effect, right? Like the coal sack. Yeah. That's the stuff we wanted. Whoops, too much of that color. Yay! Very good. And I'm just using a round brush this whole time. I haven't done any haven't really the round brush, and then a good flat, soft, scrubby brush. For those who were following along and want to understand the process a little. And just working slow, adding a little white here, which is going to interact with the paint on the canvas, just so we can get a little highlight onto the scene. Do a little bit up there too. As if there's a little star working its way out from behind. Dun, da, da. Oh, sorry, dog wants out. Well, heck with the dog. Doesn't the dog know there's space art going on? I do. We do miss having a dog in the house. We would like to do that again. I love, as much as I love our cats, we do miss the canine energy, which is have not restored the canine contingent to the house, which may not happen for a while because the cats are quite a bit. They are lovely, lovely, insane little mums. Yeah. All right, there we go. And just for good measure, we're going to let this purple ring in just a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Okay. This is sort of washed out a little bit. So we'll bring some of this up. There we go. Look at all those Streamlabs things going off. Boy, I tell you, you fire up Streamlabs and there you go, right? Just want to get some filaments in there. There we are. All right. It's time for me to get some space in the get some space on the palette. See, I've already created a mess. See, check that out. I know it's washed out and very bright, but at least you can kind of see what I'm trying to do here, and I think that's important. I regret I have no palette cam. It's the best I could do right now. There we go. Want that? Leave that one. We're gonna put this one over. It's kind of more like that color, so let's do this over here. And then we'll just grab all of this. Ah! Knocked me microphone. All right. Spam City. I know, right? How many? Which ones do I have on there? Cool cat stuff and our. Oh my gosh. See, I had set all these up a while ago, like back when I was on Twitch, and they keep jamming. Speaking of spam, we went to some local Asian markets and saw all kinds of wild spam. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, yeah. Oh, I miss Asian markets so much. When we visit Allison in New Jersey or Jessica back in Seattle, one of our favorite things to do is to hit the Asian markets. Because they're so stinking cool. So, yeah. All right, I am going to switch up my brush. Wild spam as nature intended it. All right, I need I'll need a spaceship hull color. I'm gonna grab a little bit of this raw sienna. I want some white. And for my blue, I'm gonna grab, I think, a little bit of this. There we go. And then it's mostly gonna be this brown and lighter. No, it's still too dark. That's okay. But we're going to make this work. I think the extra white will make it more chalky, which is exactly what I want. But I don't want it too white, right? This stuff is like mixing, and it's like mixing wet, or it's like mixing melted butter in a good way. So yeah. Spam. Has it got much spam in it? But I don't want any spam. I bought a wok recently. We're putting together some pantry items. Oh, very cool. Oh my gosh. I found a great. There's a chap on YouTube, younger guy, and his thing was to try to recreate like the traditional American Chinese food recipes. I got to tell you, if you grew up with sort of the typical traditional what the United States would call Chinese food, first off, it's good. Second, oh man, the guy's got it nailed with the rest of the ingredients and everything. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. Check out Jungle Gyms in Ohio. Oh, cool. Thank you, Rachel. Awesome. I started using my glass as my paint palette. Oh, cool. You started using glass as your paint palette. Oh, you love it. Oh, good. Awesome. That's very cool. It was a life changer for me, especially just how much we paint. It really helps out a ton. Very cool. I did get a newer wok, like during the move, and it was when you buy a carbon steel wok, you gotta heat treat it, right? It's kind of part of the whole process. So I took it out to my Weber grill, loaded it up with charcoal, so I had a flat bed that I could just set the wok on directly. You know, you gotta blue the steel, right? It's like a annealing or something, not annealing, but temper the wok. That almost got it hot enough, but to really put it over the edge, I covered it, and then threw a leaf blower through the vents underneath and turned it into a like a blast furnace. It was great. Talk about the guy who has all the... Yes, I think that's the young guy. Looks like Big Head from the from Silicon Valley. That would be the one. Yes. Would glass help with acrylic paints, or should I just stick with my little wet palette? Oh, Tasty Whale. I use the glass here for... it's the same glass I use for my acrylic and oils and casein, really. The nice thing about it is, I mean, the wet palette is very, very cool. I have one of those too, and it's really good if you know you're going to come back to your painting, right? And you want to preserve the colors. For acrylic, it's absolutely critical. But yeah, full on crucible, very, very nice. Yeah, I enjoy using it because when, like, if you get a good piece of tempered glass, this one probably came off a shelf or maybe slots into a side table or something, so it's really thick and heavy. You know, you just hit it with you hit dried acrylic paint with water and just run a scraper, a razor blade scraper. It works fantastic. So yeah. Anyway, before I proceed with the ship, I have to think about it for a second. Bought a Madeline Blued carbon steel wok, put 4 coats of avocado oil, 500 degrees. It's perfect. Ah, that's very, very cool. Yeah, it was the most blacksmithy thing I ever did with a Weber grill. I actually got the idea from a pal of mine, Scott, who did the same thing with his grill. And yeah, Jason Farmer, that's it. Yeah, yes, really great, easy to follow videos. Wes, that egg roll recipe that he does, effing killer. Absolutely killer. I know it doesn't use your wok, but oh yeah, bingo. That's a bingo. Hey, while I'm thinking about the painting here, I want to take a second and give you all a cool sneak peek of what you can see if you follow my Patreon. Got a model project going. And I'm not going to show you all of it, but this is a piece of artwork I did for a model kit, and I'll try to get it here. This is the background, right? I actually painted this whole scene. I had to redo it based on an old Aurora model kit painting, and so we've got this. This is the base, and the background. That video is coming soon to YouTube. It's gonna be fun, and I shared some photos of it over on Patreon. They're gonna get to see the video when I first get the first edit done. So if you're interested, go over and take a look. It'll be kind of fun. Have you ever seen a wok over... Wait a second. Okay, let me see. Have you ever seen cooking with a wok over the Weber... Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, so use the Weber charcoal, the charcoal starter, the chimney starter, and then just put the wok on. No, but that's a great idea, Wes, and now I have to do that. It's... The weather's now to the point where I actually can bring out the Weber again. So thank you for the more you know, right? I love it. Oh, that's cool shit. I'm going to keep that one in mind, Wes. Thank you. And yeah, Jason Farmer, that was it. Looks like the character Big Head on Silicon Valley. It's pretty fun. Okay, so we're going to do like this deep space ship right here, and we're going to put it right across the middle. We're going to do this shape. And it's going to pick up some of the colors underneath it, but that's the plan. Yeah, you really want to try it. Oh my gosh, that's really cool. Blast furnace fits the dome base, makes sense. All right, we're just going to get some paint on. I always kind of do the same basic ship design. So today I'm going to try to change it up just a little bit. And what I'm doing is I'm sort of trying to paint the top of the ship just to get the forms in place. So yeah, we'll get an engine. We'll get kind of an engine module back here. I think that's as far as I want to go. I don't want to go any further because then that's going to bring it into... I want to keep it away from the edge. I don't want to... One of my common mistakes, because I do these on the fly, one of the common things I make a mistake of is I always go too close to the edge. It is going to have a kind of a Galactica look to it. That's accidental. That's okay. We'll make this. I do have to have little towers, so that's pretty important. So we'll get that up on there. Little cruciform towers in some fashion will be part of this. Whoop. Okay. Let me get this brushed off here a little bit. Okay, bring this on down. Oh yeah. What is this stage called? Blocking? Basically, yeah, this would be blocking in the shapes. I'm doing a little bit of blocking and then kind of a little detailing as I go. So if this was a mountain, for instance, I would basically want... these are the colors that I want for my highlights, right? I have in mind an idea of where the ship was going to be. I could have drawn this, right? It's flocking, yeah. We like to refer to it as effing up, is what we... That's so rude. No, it's not effing up. No, but yeah, so I look at this as kind of like freeform sculpture with paint, I guess you could say. That's sort of where I go with it. I don't usually go for a warm tone like this. If you've watched the paintings, I always kind of go for like the cool tones and then work my way into the warm tones. But for this painting in particular, and the style that I'm going for, which is kind of Terran Trade Federation slash John Harris kind of stuff, I'm going to see if I can make this work. So, yeah. Fluffy blocking. Yeah, fluffy blocking. Exactly, the fluffy block. And I'm trying to be careful not to get too much oil paint on the canvas. What I found in the past, and this happens with acrylic too, if you get too much wet paint on, it's really hard to get in and get the details unless you let the whole painting sit for, a couple of days first, which, I kind of don't want to do, right? So we're gonna see what we can pull off here. And for the shading, I really want to kind of rely on this this sort of ghost effect. So yeah, it's flocking. Get the flock out of here, right? Oh, sorry. That was a Lethal Weapon joke with Mel Gibson before he became a shithead. But oh, sorry, I said that. No swearing. It's a family channel. Sorry. Oops. Oh, really? I have such a bad mouth. I swear. But yeah, we're gonna make this go. We're gonna make it go. And what we can do is, we get in some hints of detail around these areas. And then I'm gonna pull in, where's my, yes, there we go. I'm gonna pull in some of this red in here. Not a lot, just touches of it, right? We're gonna get some character to this color. So instead of it being one color going all the way around, I want to sort of bring it back in and there we go. Bring it back in, make it a little more complex, I guess you will. Hey, Ginger's here. How you doing, Ginger? This will look great on your wall. Ginger is currently the running leader in winning my winning my annual paintings. How you doing, Ginger? Hope everything's going okay. We're all we were laughing about that. That's pretty funny. We're doing good. We're doing good. No, that's hilarious and true. Yeah, it's funny. It didn't even really occur to me that would come up. Like, what are the chances? Well, when you have a smaller community like I do, the chances are pretty good, actually. Apparently, the winner is here. Yeah, but that'll make you come out and pick it up again if you win it. How's that sound to you, Ginger? You have to actually move here to get the next painting. No, I was unprepared and had like no backup plan. It was hilarious. Just none at all. Yeah, this is pretty. I'm just gonna slowly work the warm colors to get this shape in here. We'll see how that goes. We're seeing Alton Brown live tonight. Oh, cool. That's gonna be fun. Hey, well, thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. Give Alton a hello from us, right? Wish we could see him. The tickets in LA are insane. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think the last kind of show that we saw, Stephanie and I, we saw the Detroit Red Wings play the Pittsburgh Penguins and absolutely got their butts handed to them. Absolutely smashed by Pittsburgh. And of course, we were in a Pittsburgh crowd, so we had to just kind of sink in our seats and go, why did I wear a Red Wings jersey? Why? What the heck? Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? We're going to do this just to kind of get it. Oh, whoops. Oh, too much of that. That back. Give me that color back. No, actually, give me the color back. Stupid brush. Anyway, I will say there are nuances to every paint medium that you forget when you don't work with it. The shows are delightful. That's cool. All right. Well, I'm not going to worry too much about that then. All right. Let's just get a little. That. I'm not going too crazy on carving details yet. I did want this one to be kind of a nice separation line, so we'll have that, and see what happens. Colors. Wow, I think my brush hates me. I don't think it's picking up any of the pop colors. No, it is not. That'll help. That might be the start of the rest of the colors on this thing. I really want to see an ice hockey game. Oh, it was a lot of fun, Rachel. I got to tell you, it had been a very long time since either Stephanie and I had seen a live hockey game, and it was totally. I didn't even mind that they got their butts whooped. It was late in the season. I don't even think they got into the playoffs yet, actually. So whoop. Whoop, wrong one. I got a color in there. Hey, Kieran, how you doing? Greetings. Thanks for joining. There we go. Gonna get a little. I guess we're gonna go with that then, because I apparently have. I've gone to the dark side. I've gone to the light side is what I've done. We're gonna just give it some good stuff here. The thing that's always caught me up when I do oil paintings with spacecraft is just I always got the painting way too wet, right? So it was always a little funky. We're gonna go with it though. So I'm gonna keep working it until we actually see what we want to see, and then hopefully when I get to the detailing part, I'll We'll be able to bring in some nice, the darks, the lights, that sort of thing. So yeah. And then we're going to do something really crazy. Oh, yeah. I have a small meeting. You'll be right back. Well, you can tell whoever ran that meeting that Space Art by Christopher Dahl says, what the heck? It's a Friday afternoon. It's almost 3 o'clock. Told you should have tested your brushes. I know, right? We try. We do our thing, right? We do our thing. We get to the best we can. I'm making use of the same colors up here so that it'll have some impact on the ship that we're doing. But I'm not going to be too precious with it. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. It sounds like the Terminator music. Not gonna lie. I think that was intentional. But once you kind of get used to what your brush is doing, then you can kind of come in and make some good use out of it. So I'm not gonna use any sleep over that. Get it here. Whoop. And then, well, happy accidents are, yeah, Fatal Star. There we go. Whoop. First, I'm actually trying to do very, very small paint effects here, so that's kind of wild, but yeah. Well, this will help us with details later. So yeah, blocking in, getting the shapes, yeah, that kind of thing. Exactly. Thank you, Andrew, 81 Designs. I appreciate it. Welcome aboard, and thank you for joining me on the live stream today. It's we're having a good time. We're doing space art. We are doing the space art. Put this there. There we go. Just a little bit like that. And I'm making use of the two. I'm making use of this dark teal and then the light teal to get these little details in. So I don't. It's probably too big of a brush, but it'll give it something. There we go. 5 years. I can't believe it. Honestly, and I want to thank all of you that have been here for the 5 years, because honestly, I couldn't have done it without all of you. And I really appreciate it. It's been really cool to see a lot of you been here from the beginning, and some of you came on halfway through, and that's all cool too. It's been nice to see that there's still interest in it, and the intention is to do much more. So, thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay, let me see. What else do I want? I feel like there's a thing happening down here that I probably need to address. So we're going to give it a shape. Give it a shape under there. And this one, try to do a little. There we go. We're going to get a little different color to that edge. I've got this purple from the left side. Oh, there we go. Just trying to whip in some details. Thank you. It's I mean, really, if I didn't have, if no one showed up at these, I would not have kept them up. And it's always a joy, especially when the painting actually works right. Now, this thing is looking pretty pretty blobby right now, and that's okay because I intend to break up all of these areas with some little detail bits and things. So we're gonna make that work as best we can. Let's do like a little. Let's see if I can't. We'll give it a little under bit. Looks like the stuffed animal version of Galactica. Yep, told him that. He said Christopher. And he did laugh. Oh, cool. Awesome. Let you leave the meeting. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my God. It works, folks. I didn't think that was going to work, man. I didn't think that was going to work at all. Tell him we said thank you. But yeah, David, it looks like the stuffed animal version of the Galactica. It really does. With these French baguettes on the side here too, I think that's even better. But we'll break those up a little bit. Here we go. We'll start getting some bits in here. So if any of the rest of you want to get out of meetings today, just tell them that you got to watch my live stream. See, there you go, and you'll be all set. Apparently that works. Who knew? Very cool. All right, let's see if we can't do some damage here. We're gonna get little bits in the side. Don't forget windows. That's right. I might have some left from last week's painting. I don't think I did enough windows. It's very true. There we go. Just giving this a little edge. We will get windows. We do windows. And what do we want on this? Maybe we need a thing coming out. I'm not sure if this is going to work the way I want, so I might not do this. Yeah, we're going to do something. We're going to give it a wing of some kind. FYI, wastewater samples smell bad. Don't smell the samples! I see that kind of samples. Ah, that kind of analysis. Oh, yeah, they do. We once had a very unfortunate incident in our house back near Seattle when the local sewer system was doing terrible things to us and our neighbors on the street. And it, yeah, I know exactly what you're smelling, Rachel. It was not pleasant, I will say that. So, yeah. There we go. We're going to go with this. We're going to give it like a wingy thing. If I get pulled over, tell the cop I'm late for Christopher Doll Live. See if that works. Fantastic. Oh, that's right. Montreal. It might work in Montreal. It might work in Montreal. Not gonna lie. Okay, that was weird, but I'm gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. I think I'm gonna pull some of that out. Actually, is what I'm gonna do. The other thing you could do. Let's see if I can pull that off. Painting with shop towels. I will tell you, I recently completed a painting where I didn't even really use a brush. It was all like shop towels, and it worked great. Dun, 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 dun. There. I mean, it's kind of a weird ship, right? It's got these little crazy wings on it, but I'm going to go with it. I'm going with it. I don't mind at all. We're going to just do the thing, right? All right. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let me see here. Now I want to see if I can pull off some highlights, but to do that, I'm going to need a different brush. Hang tight. See if I've got it. Yeah. I've got a nice brand new round brush with a nice tip to it. So I think I'm going to work with that. Not enough windows. Tell that to the guy on the ship who has to clean them after media. My favorite thing in the Star Trek shows is oftentimes they'll have a spaceship with windows all over it, right? And then there's this big glowing red, engine sitting right in front of the windows, and I'm like, well, that's they did a joke like that in Lower Decks too, and I'd laugh for years about, I'd be the guy that's like, yay, you finally get your own room, cool, with a window, and then it's like, living with a neon sign outside of your window. That's exactly what it would be like, right? So yeah, new brush, he says, new brush. Bright red. Yeah, why'd they put me near the engine? Isn't that thing radioactive? No. You're fine. You're fine. You'll be fine. Don't even worry about it. It's gonna be fine. Now it looks like a bagel class runabout. Kind of does look a little bit like that. We'll try to get it meaned up a little bit. I promise. There's a whole thing that I want to do on the bottom of this that I think is going to help it. So we'll see what happens. But let's see if we can get some highlights. There we go. That's helping. We can do that. Yeah. I'm just going to get the edges I need highlighted first, which are these. There we go. Yeah. You making fun of my bagel ship? Oh, I could use a bagel. That sounds really good. Not gonna lie. Yeah. That's it. We'll call it the Bagel Star Galactica. How does that sound? I'll compromise on that. Now it needs a nose skid. Skids! It's like a big snowmobile, right? No. Just doing a light blend here. Oh, need a little bit more on the top. Cat hairs, go figure. Cat hairs everywhere in this house. I tell you, man. Little bums. I do want the scale of this to be pretty large. Yeah, 5 skids. Broken off, right? Bump. There we go. Just to get those shapes in. Yeah. Sure. Now, want some other stuff. Just want to get a little hint of detail on here. So we can call this out a little bit more. Too much white. Oh well. Yeah, there. It's coming together. Hey, Mike. Greetings. Yes. Let's see here. Okay. It does. It looks like a big piece of bread. I never thought I would imagine the ship that I paint looking like this. Although I did paint pies one year. That was kind of fun. Star Wars between pies and cookies. That was actually a pretty funny thing. We still have that one upstairs. So, yeah. Very fun. Very fun. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Just thinking for a second, folks. He does that sometimes. Okay. See if I can't get in some here. So even though it looks like a large brush, because it's got a pretty good tip on it, it can go in there pretty nicely. Chala in space. Chala in space. Oop. So we'll get some details into it, really to give it some scale, right? Oh yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Kind of looking silly. That's okay. Ba, 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 ba. I have two of those going on at once. A wind, nice painting, inner space. Hang on a second. I'm going to see if I can fix that. That's a lot of them, right? Let's see here. Timers. What do I have? Do I have my Discord? It's it's just double hauling them. Okay. Still going on. There we go. There we go. Ultra Beauty had the makeup sponge wedge on sale. Great for adding paint. Oh yeah, yeah. Popped in there, grabbed some. Talk about a fish out of water. I love those shops, Mediocre Modeler. I'm not gonna lie. There's a they have really good what do you call them? Sanding sticks. I think some of the best sanding sticks I've ever used for models came from beauty shops. And I still order them to this day. The Tropic something or other. Can you fly a painting around the room and make whooshing noises? I can! And I might have done that in the past, Blap. I don't know. Not going to admit it. I might have. All right, just cleaning the paint off. It's nice to have one of your brushes, you know, kind of cleared for the lighter color usages. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Da 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 da. Now, I will admit, I've floated my models around before in the room, and I mean, really, who hasn't done that, right? Oh, pull that back up just a bit. There we go. This already looks awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm having a good time. I kind of yet don't want to do the bottom right now because if I do, I'm gonna get colors all over my hands. But the fluffy dimension. Okay, Jidja, thank you for joining. Enjoy the show tonight. Let us know how it goes. And for those of you that haven't joined the Discord, please feel free to join the Discord. It's gonna be a good time. So yeah. Oh gosh. Towels that have paint all over them. unfortunately. So, yep. Oh, that's good. I spilled stuff all over the place. That's okay. We're gonna make that out. I mean, in theory, I could come in here and at least give some of the final color that I want for this. What I'm thinking, I'll share this with you right now. I have some cadmium red light. I kind of want to come in with a warm magenta to red is what I want to do. And it's kind of like the last painting that we did. I was really enjoying the purples mixing with the oranges and reds, but I very much want a warmer color. But I think I'm going to save that until after I go through with this. So, in the meantime, going to get some Mars Black. Oh, we're at the top of the other hour. Okay. Before I get to the next part, I'm going to take another quick break, so don't go away, everybody. We are going to continue this painting until it's done. Couple of minutes, and I will be right back. So stick around. I'll leave you with some cue music. All right, everybody. Thank you for that. I just taking the occasional break here while we go through this wonderful live painting. Hey, it's actually looking kind of cool. It's a little funky with the skids. I might have to do something fun with those once we get to the bottom part of it. We'll see how it is. Anyhow, the next step I kind of want to do. I need a different brush for this. Find a good one. Okay. Actually, I need kind of a detail brush. Let me see what my options are. Hold on a second here. Da, 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 da. Got my handy box of brushes. Let's see what I got in here. A lot of these I've used for oil paints, but I don't see what I'm looking for in particular. Oh man, these are some older brushes, that's for sure. Might keep some of these handy. This might come in handy. Let's see what happens. That bad boy right there. Okay. One of the things that I've got are these brushes that have kind of a rubber tip, and I think, yeah, it kind of pulls in little bits of detail or little bits of paint off. Cool. I could do that. I could do that all day. Yeah. So we'll just just refining some lines here if I can. Neat. And because I had black behind it, I could pull this off, right? So, like, I could even do a few of these. Maybe it's hard to see. Can I even get this in closer? There we go. Let's just do that, right? All right. I always kind of wanted to try this technique, so this is kind of cool. There we go. Oh yeah, then up here. I'm just kind of notching out the shape a little bit, just to make it a little more complicated, right? Pulling out some pieces here and there. Luckily, I didn't go so thick where it's not much of an issue. Greeblies, exactly. Thank you. I know, autocorrect. And, you know, one of the advantages of painting over black, you know, you can actually pull this kind of thing off. I'm going to mix up some black paint to do a similar kind of thing. But in the meantime, I'm also going to just take advantage of this. Some of it goes better than others. There we go. Actually, that could come in handy for Windows now that I'm looking at it. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I kind of feel like I want to go that far for that. And then let's go with... Oh, I forgot. Ah! Bums. Okay. I have a... well, where's that one? Does not have that one? Crap, I thought I had the thinner one. I know, I gotta go around and grab that. Hang tight. I haven't kept up with the light wave since 2018. Oh no. I wish I still had that Greeblies library from BSG that we made. That was so cool. Ooh. Someone gave me those files, Wes. I might actually have them. Well, no, I've got the Galactica and the Pegasus and a couple of the fighters. But I don't remember if any of the layers had the Greebly pack you're talking about. I'm not sure. Hang tight. I got to grab another piece of art stuff. It's in the other room. I know. I should have grabbed it when I was going. Hang on. I knew where it is. Got it. Got it. Okay. This is the same stuff, Liquid, but it's a thinner version. So let me come back up here. I'll show you what I'm going to do with this. We're going to... The principle behind this is it... if you work with a thinner paint, right? So it's more liquid. It should, in theory, go on over this. It's not going to be as great as if the paint was dried, but it's going to be the closest I can get. I've got some Mars black paint that is being difficult to open, because I haven't opened some of these in a couple of years. It's funny, I just don't use a lot of black anymore. But I want to use it today. So, right. We're going to break out the old calipers. There we are. There we go. Couple of offset pliers help out. Let's get some black on the table there. There we go. It's already kind of thin. That's nice. That'll work in my favor. Okay. Now this stuff, let's see if I can even get this open. Oh, look at that. That one actually was playing nice. Have you ever tried projection painting, Chris? Not sure if that's the correct term. Oh, yeah, actually, I have, David. I've done that a couple of times. I had a very nice... I had a photograph of a lighthouse that I wanted to paint, one of the Pacific Northwest lighthouses, and I did. I used a projector to get the drawing, the underlying drawing from it. I didn't paint with the projector on, but I used it to get the forms, the shapes. Works great, actually. But oftentimes, if I don't have a projector to use for that, what I'll do is I'll find a way to print out a just to print out a drawing at the right size, and then just transfer it, right? That seems to be a good way to go about it. Okay, so I want to take my black here. I'm going to put I'm going to put this someplace where I don't have to move it. Let's do that. Okay. And then I want a little bit of this very thin liquid. We're going to really thin this out. We want this to be almost like an ink. And I'm going to keep this handy because this is what we're going to do the stars out of. So, yeah. Happy trails. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Something is very wet on this brush. I don't know what it is, and that's really annoying. I don't like getting paint on my hands. I don't like getting cookie dough on my hands. So why I was trying to be a painter and an artist is beyond me. All right, let's see if that'll do. And again, this is just a medium that you can use with oil paint. It, as you can see, both thins it down, and it has the added effect of making it dry faster. So, get that off there. Find a good clean one. Not that one, apparently. I'm using oil today. Yeah, we are. We're doing some oil paint. And I like to do this specifically for it. It's tradition. I like to do this for the I like to do this for the anniversary paintings. I probably need to be doing this more for the regular paintings, and I have in the past. The biggest thing that prevented me from doing this was, for a while I didn't even have my oils. They were in storage during the move. So yeah, it was exciting. And liquid smells great, right? Oh, man, I tell you what, if you aren't careful with that stuff, it really it lets you know you were using liquid. All right, let's see if I can get in some details here. I'll start in on the end. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, liquid smells fantastic, right? So I'm going to use this black. And we're going to get in some actual detail. There we go. Oh, this is working out better than I thought. That's very cool. Yeah, it's the only thing that it's kind of a bummer. Weirdly enough, it starts making me nauseous. So I actually have a fan in the other room, and it's kind of pulling air in here, and it works out pretty well. Oh yeah, we're gonna have fun tonight, kids. Let's see, what do I need up here? Now, a lot of artists use what they call a maul, a stick that you can paint on. I just don't have one handy right now. I didn't think I was going to need one for this, but one of the reasons why I'm saving the bottom here for last. But I think this is going to make it really read nicely as a sheep. You know, tighten up some edges here, right? Get some details in. It did help with the, by taking some of this off. It was great. After that, the instructor would limit. Oh, he said, I had a class at the academy where we all had liquid open. Oh, man. At one point, we had to vacate and let it air out. Yeah, one cap full of open liquid. Man. See, I remember the industrial design days, Mike, when we would all be rendering with markers and the same kind of effect. Hey, okay, John Rourke. We're going to go for 2 for 2 this time. Remember, if you're stuck in a meeting on Friday, folks, you can try this yourself. Just tell them Chris Dahl's on, and you can't attend the meeting. See, you were right earlier. I blocked in the shapes, right? And now I can come in and do these fun little details. Right? So that's kind of cool. And we're going to make heavy use of that. This is actually kind of one of my favorite parts of the painting, and I'm glad I set it up the way I did, because before, when I always kind of not that my other paintings are bad, don't get me wrong, but the mistake that I would make is it'd be too wet. The painting would be too wet to pull off any of these kinds of details. So I've really tried to take the time to do this one. There we go. There we go. Control, control. You must learn control. Yeah. Thank you, Yoda. All right. I'm getting my face right into it. I see that. Yes. Face painting. Paint with your face. Paint with my hair. That could actually be kind of fun, too. All right, let's get this down. Straight lines, Chris. Straight lines. Straight lines. Come on. I could see all my peers out there going, come on, Chris, get the thing right, for God's sakes. You think you're a space artist or what? Come on. David Hardy, I'm looking at you. He's not my peer. He's definitely more serious Class A citizen of the space art community. The Sage. Would never claim to be a peer of somebody that had that kind of skill. Hey, Blaposphere, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and thank you for coming by. And hey, we got Rhonda in the house. How you doing, Rhonda? Good to see you today. Hey, welcome aboard. I'm gonna pull this out just a little bit. There we go. I'm just for you, Rhonda. I'm painting in cool colors. No. I'm saving the warm color blast for last. So we're gonna get in there, but I'm gonna put it back in so we can kind of see what's going on here. There we go. I'm hesitant to like angle the camera, so. Oh, I never checked that. I'm sorry, Rhonda. I know it was kind of weird this week. I know it was. Thank you for your patience. I'm glad you showed up. I'm glad you were able to catch it. We did have technical difficulty at the beginning. It wouldn't be a Christopher Doll live stream without technical difficulties, so there we go. But we got through it. We made it. There we go. Okay, so we got some good shapes going. Now, let me see about... Let's get in some... Oh, I want this. And a little bit there. Yeah. The more of this kind of stuff you put on the, without going too far. Oh, you showed up by accident? I'm glad you showed up by accident. That's pretty cool. The more of this kind of stuff you put on, the more you imply scale, which is really what I'm trying to do here. So let's get in some Just kind of trying to get all the pieces together. Da-da-da. But yeah, doing the Friday afternoon thing. It's actually kind of nice. This is one of the time slots I'm considering for either an additional live stream or just flat out moving the Wednesday night one. I struggle with this because honestly, I don't know what to do. Sometimes it feels like Wednesdays go great, and then other times it's like, nah, there's probably competing things with everybody's schedules. So I don't know. I also don't want to like constantly move it out of fear of making it feel, hard to find, right? So here we go. Oh yeah, that's right. For those of you just joined, I forgot to mention that. Thank you, Rhonda. If you want to get in on a drawing of this very painting tonight, go ahead and type !space art in the chat, and we will be doing a drawing at the end of the night for this painting. You too could have a chance of having this in your home. There we go. Okay. Any chance you might be overthinking it? No. No. What, me? Nah. Overthink this? Rhonda, I'd never. Yes. Absolutely, there could definitely be a chance of that. 100%. Would never happen. Not on my watch. That's okay. We'll figure it out. I definitely wanted some spike. Okay, let's see. Oh, you know what? I need a little bit of. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Sorry. But I am trying to keep all the details like in, following the proper contour and everything. So yeah. We are trying to do that. Okay, Rachel, thanks for joining today. Have a great afternoon. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. I'll be posting the final of this later, after the painting, of course. So check it out on the Discord, and I'll probably post it on whatever social media platforms will still accept me. Kidding. It's all good. All right, I'm washing my little brush off. I want to get the black paint out. Yeah, it's good. I think no matter what you do, there's always something competing. You work with what's best for you. Thank you. Yeah, it's exactly. I'm kind of with a going with the flow sort of thing tonight, so we're gonna go with the flow. That's what we're gonna do. All right, I'm gonna take advantage of the same stuff, and I'm gonna do a little I'm gonna do kind of the same thing, but I'm gonna do it with the lighter color, this lighter color up here. I want some additional details on the top. Let's see what we can. Needs more paint. Needs more paint. What we need. There we go. Yeah. More of that. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Oh, I forgot I had a little bit of white up there too, didn't I? Yeah. There we go. I really should have like two of these brushes going at the same time, a dark one and a light one. For that. Gotta have all the little detail bits, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm digging it. Got to do a whole bunch of these things, right? Okay. Oh man, I got some green on it. I think everything just kind of like builds towards the overall look of the thing. At least that's what we hope. I mean, if I didn't overcomplicate it, what fun would that be? That's half the fun. We'll try to get in some cool window details in here too, just to add a few. I thought for a second that I'd grabbed I'd smudged it, but I didn't. So what did I miss? Oh, basically the beginning of the painting, which was a lot of the nebula up in and around here. You also missed, apparently, when I started the live stream, the microphone was crackling. It was I lost my initial live stream, which is really weird. So I had to restart that. We haven't had any cats downstairs. I don't like having the kitties down here when the oil paints are out because it's a little toxic, and I don't want them walking through my palette and then walking through the house. So no cats right now at the moment, but that doesn't mean they won't make an appearance later. But yeah, we're very, very close to hitting YouTube status, so I can actually have subscribers and fun things. We're very, very close. The thing that's going to push it over the top, I think, is when I finally get my ass finished with the videos I keep talking about. So that's coming up. We'll get there. We'll get there just fine. I'm just trying to detail the ship up so that it, yes, not sorry to miss the cracking. Oh, it was very annoying. Oh my gosh. I was so frustrated. Like, what? Really? Oh. And it would have been fine, but to get the drawing and the, you know, the giveaways and you see all the Streamlabs stuff going through there, I had to set it up. I had to work on the setup differently than what I had. So, you know, it was a little bit of that. More growing pains. But you know what? If there wasn't a technical issue, it wouldn't be a Chris Dahl live stream now, would it? Of course not. He can't win, I swear. But yeah, there we go. Sorry to not miss the great cracking, as they say. Yes. All right. Try to clean this brush off again. I'd like to take a minute while this is going on, and let's see if we can pull it back out. Let's see if we can get some stars, maybe some larger ones. I think. There we go. My camera keeps moving. Go figure. Everything's technical. Yeah. I saw on Patreon the next model video. I believe I have that model. Oh, you won that model. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, Rhonda. I built it. It was so much fun, Rhonda. Honestly, I didn't expect. I kind of thought, what the heck? It's not my wheelhouse, right? Like, I build spaceships, but you know, I did the background for that painting, so it made kind of sense to maybe pick that painting to do, or not painting, model specifically. Yeah, I will say, Rhonda, it was a lot of fun. More so than I expected it to be. I will say that. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, painting. Stars upon Mars. I'm gonna do some stars up in this corner first. These are gonna be the hero stars. We'll do star flicking later. Oh, can't wait to see the video. Me too. The rough cut is done, but it comes in at about like 45 minutes. So I'm halfway through cutting it down. I'm targeting about maybe a 15-minute, 18-minute video. I'm saving some of the behind the scenes how-to stuff. I'll put a longer version on Patreon for that. So yeah, that'll be exciting. I basically set up the build with the same camera setup I was using for the live stream. And so every time I sat down to work on it, I just went, okay, camera on. And it's worked out. It worked out really well. But it's real easy to just like suddenly record 5 hours of video that you'll never use. So real easy to do that. It's funny how much editing video becomes like such a process, right? I like it, and yet at the same time, it's like, I mean, no matter what you do, it's going to take like hours. And since it's not the primary paying thing going on in the studio, I kind of didn't. So it's taking me way too long. That's one of the things that I'm like, God, I have to finish this now. I need to finish this video. We'll get it. We'll get it there. And then I'll be banned from YouTube for life. I mean, it's always a possibility, right? You never know. All right. Let's get some... whoop, drop something there. There we go. Let's get some stars in here. I'm going to do a star right up here. So I'm going to get some light blue paint. This is our teal, right? Go. And then we'll put in the center core. There, we've got one there. All right. Let's do a couple more of those. Like, oh, you know what? This is right. Stephanie had some really cool little paint applicators. They're little round dots. I keep threatening to go get one of those from upstairs and use them for these, but I haven't done it yet. There we go. Too big. Too big. Too big. Okay, so we have some big stars. Yay! I will do a few more. I just touched the wet paint. Yay! There we go. Oh man, it's just too much. Okay, I gotta go like this. And I'm hovering. Ah, this is terrible. They're not working out the way I wanted, but that's okay. We'll just, we'll have fun. There we go. We'll get some over here. And, talking about using a mall. I should have it here for this. Yeah, I don't want too many. I just want a couple. So we'll do some star flicking later. There we go. All right. Keeping this brush handy. Let's see about the next step, shall we? Yes. Gonna move some of this paint out of the way. All right, let's just kind of see what kind of damage we can do with this next sequence here. I'm my palette cam view. I'm just gonna clear some space, right? And hopefully make some room for the next piece. Look at all this paint. What the heck? All right, where's my raggedy towel? Right over here. I gotta tell you, the fumes in this place are looking pretty cool. I'm seeing the fumes. If that gives you any idea of what it smells like in here. David says, "Oh, like the giant bloated stars through the windows of his TV." Yes, exactly. Gigantic bloated stars. You know, it's funny when you get to shows like Star Trek: The Next Generation, which occurred in the '80s, right? They really had to swing high for some of those shots. You just know they were like, okay, 720p TV, can't really do it. All right, which one do I need here? I got alizarin crimson. Yeah, we'll start with that. Okay, different brush. All right, folks, we are going in. Shows. Yeah, I heard the shows. I heard shows. Let's get some liquid here. Oh, I might need more of this. And then some, I'm going to go with the crimson. I'm going to go with the crimson to start. There we go. A little bit more. Now, this is actually a fairly transparent color, so I'm going to add a little quinacridone magenta to it. Just a touch of white. Let's see if we can get this on here. Whoa, hello. You don't want to be watching that. Bring this back up. There we go. And back to the art view. All right. I think, though, yeah, we'll just do this. Move this on over. Move it on over. Yeah. That's gonna work. Yeah, we're gonna get some dark. Okay, that is gonna work. I just mixed up a little bit of it, so I am now gonna mix up. I'm gonna mix up more. What we're gonna do. Sorry, folks. Taking me a second here. I should have mixed it more earlier. That's okay, though. We'll just, we're going to get this. It's all part of the show. This one's going to be a little too dark. I don't want that. I really wanted the alizarin. I think I'd like more of that. Stars are always too small, so they use shoes instead. Hey, there were shoes in the Return of the Jedi scene at the very end. The big space battle scene. I believe there's at least one, like Adidas or something. I can't remember. Nike flies into the space battle. I personally have never been able to see it in any viewings, but I've been told that by the people that worked on it. And I think that it appears in a couple of the, making of versions of that stuff. So, yeah. That's what I wanted. Just want to get some magenta down. I do think a good base. And I am painting the sides. We're going to paint the side. Oh, I have to paint the bottom of this one, too. Oh, no. I can't do it. I can't do it right now. I'll just have to remember what I painted. Yeah. We're going to get in underneath the ship here. And behind the ship and up into here. We are going to warm this up tonight. Righty. I don't want it. Yep, covered the ship. He covered the ship. No. All right, let me get this. And where's my other red? Yeah, we'll see how this works. Maybe I can pull this off. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we find out whether or not my idea is insane or not. I'm pretty sure it is. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. There are points in your life when you just have to take the chance. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're it's happening the way I was hoping, but this whole painting was just an excuse for me to use cadmium red light. That was the secret sauce of this painting, at least for this one. Needs more cad red light. Warm, fuzzy colors. Just like our cats. It's going to go really gross if I mix it up with that green too much, so I'm going to be careful there. Okay, now let's see. What do I need? A little smaller soft brush that hasn't been affected yet. Yeah. No excuses needed. Okay, thank you. Okay. I got to make sure I'm getting this edge here on this one, but now I can't fix it. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's see. So this is kind of weird to me. Is the it does feel like I've just split the scene a little bit. But maybe that's okay, right? Okay, this is one of those. I'm gonna sit back for a second and take a short look at it. All right, I'm looking for balance. Looking for balance here. I'm sitting about, I don't know, 8-10 feet away. I don't know. I might just leave it as it is. I kind of dig it. The only yellow in this painting really is the raw sienna tones that are in the ship. So in terms of color balance, I'm really digging where this is. Like the color tones are pretty much where I wanted it to be. And thinking. Okay. Sorry, sir. On that meeting, you said Christopher who? Well, what? That person's fired. Okay. You just go ahead and have security escort them out of the building. Tell them Christelle sent them. Chris who? I am the world famous space artist. How dare he? Oh, thank you, Jean-Marc. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to figure out my balance here. So we are getting there. Let's do a little tweaking, shall we? While I consider what I have done. Who's Crystal? I tell ya. Well, I'm not that big in Montreal yet. I'm sorry, but anyway. That's funny. I do love that the last one let you out of the meeting, though. That was pretty cool. I gotta admit. It never worked for me, so there you go. I would take this meeting, sir, but unfortunately, I'm just more important than all of the rest of you here. Da 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 da. All right. Now, to really, right now, the ship is kind of just like stamped into the middle of this. Now it's landing on Arrakis. Exactly. Arrakis is dangerous. I'm trying to get my things out of the way. All right. Oh, we're gonna need our. So now I want to kind of get the underside details of the ship, so we can kind of make it feel like it's living in the. I'll move it back over. Move it right along. Up. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. I have a 4-hour meeting with Christopher Dahl. Yep, you know him, right? Of course you do. Right. Oh, Christopher Dahl. Well, of course. Go to the meeting. Don't. What are you doing here? All right. Since this is such a bright color, I have to get some of this red, this cadmium red going in from the top. Wow, I've just gone through my music. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep repeating the music because that's my only track, folks. So there we go. How rude of him. Send him the links. How dare he? But so now that I have this bright red source, it's going to work well against this teal under here. It's hot. Super freaky cool. Yeah. Like I said, whole painting was an excuse to use cadmium red light. Which is one of my favorite reds. You know, on its own, cadmium red light I'm not fond of, but when you get it in context with like blues or really you get it in context with any proper background color, and it just freaking sings. And no, I will not be getting the cadmium free versions if I can help it. I will be honest with you. I have almost no interest in that whatsoever. I'm going to bring it up to this yellow part, so that's going to help it feel like this is on the side. Chris Doge, oh God, please, no. Oh, please, don't get me started. It'll be bad, I promise. We're gonna leave them out of the mix. No, actually, all my customers are from Chicago. Thank you, I appreciate that. It makes the best. Oh, it makes the best balloons. You're so right, Rhonda. Oh my gosh, right? It's just, gosh, it's gorgeous. And part of it is that it's such a nice opaque color, right? I mean, not all. It feels very pure to me color-wise. So I love it. And you know, you get it in against these purples in here. I got purple down here of all things. And oh yeah, it's just hello. My wife's in the den getting her Babylon 5 binge on. Oh, that's so cool. I'm up to I'm halfway through season 4 on my rewatch of Babylon 5, and boy, does that show hit hard. Let me tell you. J. Michael Straczynski is now on Blue Sky, and he was talking about, you know, some of the themes and things, and my reply was like, yeah, every night I'm like, damn it, Straczynski, on my rewatch. Yeah, I Babylon 5, I tell ya, there you go, Mr. Straczynski. Finger on the pulse. All right, there we go. Oh, yeah, there we are. I'm becoming more happy with this as we go. Absolutely. But yeah, when you get a teal like this that's going on here, and you start putting this stuff in, hello, I go to my happy place. Let me tell you. Oh, bum 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 bum. Okay, I'm gonna do the other sit back again and take a look. I'm sitting off camera. Go. Gonna bring that on in. This is gonna look great hanging over. I think so too, Rhonda. I think so too. All right. There we go. Boom. Now the big thing is I want to make sure I don't screw it up with the star flinging. I gotta admit I am not confident in my star flinging skills in oils. So we're gonna do a little test before we do it. I'll put it that way. There we go. Here. There we go. I'm not sure what the name of the ship is, but you know, Galactic Explorer 25, right? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Galactic Explorer 25. And by just bringing a little tiny bits of this up into the painting will make it feel a little more alive, right? Oh, yeah. 64. Da, 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 da. Oh, right off the back. Okay. Gonna do the. Let me pull it back just a little bit. There we go. Uh-oh. I accidentally did that to it, didn't I? Okay. We're back in focus. Yeah, there we go. All right. So what I want to make sure is I'm stepping back to get balance of the colors and the effects. I'm kind of digging the streakiness going on. Like I had this idea that maybe I would bring this up a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to. I mean, maybe I should a little bit in here. Yeah, maybe we'll do just a touch up there. Just to bring a little bit of that in. There we go. Not 25, 64. All right. Uh, I'm not sure what the numbers are. Forgive me. I'm just being a brainiac today. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Woohoo. Yeah. Now, does it does it still look a little too much like a baguette with spaceship details on it? Because it does kind of feel like bread to me. All right. I don't think so, but I think I know what I need to do. All right. I'm. Whoa! Sorry about that. Whoa! There we go. I didn't knock that. No, there we go. Okay. Thank you all for joining me on a Friday afternoon here as we're painting this 5-year anniversary painting. And as with all the other paintings in the past for the anniversary, this will become the cover of next year's calendar, which I think we're going to have some really good specimens in next year's calendar, if I may say so. And I'm going to say so. Yeah, I feel like we've got some good contenders this year. So yeah, I've enjoyed doing the more finished paintings, and I think that one of the things I'm noticing as I'm working today is that the afternoon stream is actually working with my energy levels a bit more. So maybe I'll have to pull more of these off. Hey, Kara B, thank you so much. You love it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm kind of digging it too, I must admit. I'm having a good time with this one. Thank you. Welcome aboard. All right. Let's see if we can get some. Yeah, we want to get some highlights down into these things here. These very aggressive looking pods that are. Just to give it some fun. Yeah, thank you. I'm having a really good time with this painting. Oh, yeah. There we go. Giving it some fun. Oh, look at Streamlabs just blasting out the spam. Oh, I'll try to fix that, folks, next week's live stream. But you know, I know the numbers are always a little bit higher on these anniversary live streams, but I'm liking where it's going, and I like having paintings that are a little more finished, and that's on me though. I kind of feel like maybe I rush them. So, how long did the process for the new book cover take? Looks like you guys really experimented with the composition a lot. It was cool seeing a little behind the scenes. Thank you, Wes. Jay Fitzpatrick Malden did a real cool, like, short animation of the whole process, and yeah, he showed the sketches and a couple of my comps. It was really neat. That one went. It was supposed to be. I always aim for 30 days on a book cover like that, Wes, but I never make it. Just, especially the last year or so, things just haven't gone as well as I thought. So I would say that was like a 60-day project, I think. Yeah, it was about 60 days start to finish, and a couple of times I got a little bogged down because there's an automobile, right? And I've done cars. I used to draw cars a lot, but I had a commission just before we moved with round two models, and they were having me do a couple of car paintings, and I did okay. I did not do great. And they were understandably unhappy with them, and all respect in the world. It just wasn't what they needed. They really needed somebody who was really up to snuff doing cars, and I really hadn't done them in a long time. So when it came time to do the car painting for the book cover, I was a little freaked, and it got a little nervous. But I'd say it was about a 60-day process, and that's kind of getting to about where my comfort zone is to produce a good book cover. There's back and forth, right? And then there's just me kind of like digesting it and then going, hey, Ollie, watching this while painting. Well, very cool. Thank you so much for joining. And hey, glad to have you along with the paint. That's cool. I'm going to do a little dot out here and a dot down there for good measure. You know, it's a paint along, right? I want you all to paint this while I'm painting. No. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm making this shit up as I go. Oh, sorry. I need some more windows, folks. Let's get some more in there. Let's get a couple more. Just a few. But it is fun. I will be honest with you. Things have been a little stressful. In the old studio and in general, and I have found that when I just kind of like shut off the world and come down here and paint in the studio here, it really helps. So yeah, 60 days seems pretty reasonable to me, especially for the level of detail. Well, thank you. I'd had this idea with this painting, and for those of you that don't know, I have it posted in the Discord. The Ground Control to Major Thomas is the name of the book, and it's a cool book. I'm about halfway through it. I haven't even finished the book, right? I mean, a lot of times, it's sad to say, I don't like stop and read the book before going, because everybody that I've worked with is like, okay, I've got it, let's go. I've got this idea. I'm like, cool, I can work with that. I know that some of the more famous book cover artists will have the time in their schedule to read and digest the book before proceeding. So, we're kind of on a faster schedule most of the time. But yeah, it was good. And the spaceship, though, oh my gosh, the Peridot. I had every intention of going into Blender and making like a nice 3D model that I could put up there. And then I was like, you know what? After my sketch that I did for the sketch level, I'm like, I have enough detail there where I could just paint it. So I grabbed my Cintiq and just digitally painted the whole thing. And I had so much fun. You know, when you work in 3D, you're kind of working in an abstract space, right? You're trying to build, you're trying to engineer an artistic scene, and you're not really spending as much time getting the scene right as you are, well, I got to make sure that the module is this shape and that the solar panels have this detail and blah blah blah, and when you get it finished, then you do the whole setup. I just wanted to paint the thing, and I gave myself permission to just go. For the record, the author and I did not speak about the technique. He was like, whatever you want to do. And most people that I've worked with are like that. Occasionally I'll get somebody who very specifically wants a painted cover or a painted scene. Yeah, so I had a lot of leeway, pardon me, in that regard. You're saying some artists don't read the book they paint the cover for? Well, I know from the interviews I've seen of what comes from Michael Whalen, for instance, I do know that in a lot of cases he reads and digests the book before coming up with a scene. Like, even if he's given specific scenes, like, he goes out of his way to do that. But I also know that in some cases it's taken Michael Whalen 6 months or longer to do one of his paintings. That's just one of the stories I remember. That's not like his average or anything like that. He had paintings all over the place, right? But also his paintings are freaking spectacular, and I am nowhere near the level of a Michael Whalen. I just don't. I kind of don't put the time into it that he does, and I certainly don't have the level of experience that he has with it. But that's okay. I'm working on it. We're getting there. I do like reading the books that I do the covers for, and I gotta say I've had a really pretty good record with picking authors that are serious about the craft of writing, with two exceptions, and I'm not even gonna say their names because they're not even worth mentioning. But um, it's okay. None of them are on my website anymore, so that's okay. I mean, it does happen. Like you can run into somebody who has all the good intentions, and then you do a cover that you're happy with, and maybe they're happy with, and then you read the book and go, oh God, no. But that has not happened to me in about 5-6 years. So everyone I'm doing work for right now has done a stellar job on their book, and I'm very proud to have my name associated with them. Um, you know, and I, I know that the cover often helps the book, but let me be clear: the person that does all of the work in a book is the author. I mean, they are absolutely, they're doing it. they're doing the thing. So yeah. Okay. Let's see here. We're at about 3.5 hours. I'm liking this painting. I'm gonna sit back a little bit more and you tell me if there's any kind of feeling like I want to do the stars. I'm looking at it. What do you say, folks? Let me prep some stars, right? What do we want? I have a couple of brush options for the stars. Let's see. I have my traditional fan brush. I could probably work with that, but I also have this really cool star flicker brush, so I think I'm going to try this. But before we do any of that, let me gently lift the painting. I'm going to set it aside very gently. Look at my wonderful backdrop here. All right. Let's get us some stars, shall we? I'm going to try some star flicking right on here. So I've got a little bit of my white paint, and a little bit of that one too. And let's see what happens. So I'm going to try to fling it right up here. I don't think I got any. Okay, I need to mix up some more paint. I did nothing. And he did nothing. Brilliant. All right, let's get some more of this in here, right? Come on. Let's be friends, paint, right? I'm using the liquid that I used before. Time for a test flick. Yes, flicker. Star flicking. Now, the mistake you can make with oil paint is if you get it too thin with this stuff, it just kind of disappears, right? Or the stars will evaporate. And I hope that I don't have that happen. That's the best way for me to put it. I hope I don't have that happen. Let's do that. All right. Oops, I'm gonna grab a little bit more. I'm just preparing the paint. I'm messing around with it right now. You do the mess around. All right. I think I got it to a point where I can work with it. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Da 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 da. Flick. This. Did I ever tell everyone that one of my favorite movies lately is Inglourious Bastards by Quentin Tarantino? Did I bring that up already? I can't remember. Okay. Buongiorno. All right, let's try this again. This one's kind of my light blue one. So this is basically like a broom. Let's do this. Oh yeah. Well, it flicks, but I don't get stars as much as I get like, you know. Okay. I can't give it a big fling or else I'll end up with this schmutz. Trying this one more time. Whoa, that flicked back on me. Ah. Okay. If I hit it like up here, I think I can do that. I'm getting stars that I like better. Okay. Oh no, the little handly thing is coming off. Liquitex, you make me sad. Okay. Alrighty, folks. Now, let's just say if this was a professional painting, I take the time to block the ship, but I don't have time for that shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Said shit again. Okay. So I'm gonna try to aim for the top corner up here. Let's see if we can get some stars in here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bop, 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 bop. I don't know where it's going. I'm getting a couple. Flick failure. No, there's no fail. Only try. I can feel it hitting my head. It's hitting my arm. But it's going slow. So that's a good thing. Actually, that's looking pretty good. I got to admit, I'm liking where this is going. Okay, let's see if we can gently... Whoa, that splattered. Oh, it's splattering down here. Mother puss bucket. That's why. It's splattering on my ship. I didn't notice that. Okay. We're going to get a couple in there that are a little splatty. Flicking hell, right? There we go. I'm kind of digging that. What do you think, everybody? I mean, this is a mess, but I'm going to let that be a mess. I don't mind that being a mess at all, right? Right. What do we think? I'm going to put out the call. More or less? I'm going to put the call out to chat. Flick do or flick do not. There is no flicker. Flick try. Exactly. I don't mind this. This is like an artistic splish. That's the technical term, right? The splish. Oh, yes. The splish, you say. All right. Let's give this a little stay. Less or more or less. Yes. All right. We're going to give it the nom de plume, right? Here we go. My 5-year anniversary signature. See if I can remember how to spell my name, right? There we go. It's got it! Ladies and germs, I present to you... What did I call it? Galaxy Explorer 1525? Galactic Explorer 25. It's got to have a 5 in it for my 5-year anniversary, right? Yes. Awesome. Hey, how fun. Well, let's just see if we can't pick this up again and not drop it. we'll just, oh my good God. I see what happened. Hey, there we go. Yeah, well, let me see if I can do this without the, yeah, there we go. Without the bit. There we are. The shiny bit. I just noticed where my paint went. Shit, all over my monitor. Oh no. Oh my God, I got it on my monitor. Ah, it's on my laptop. It's all over. Oh my God. It's on my keyboard. It all went behind me. I have more stars on my keyboard and laptop than I do on the painting. Well, I guess that's just the way that goes, isn't it? Hang tight for a second. Boop. Let me see. Where is it? Okay, cool. All right, there we go. Well, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. This was... The flick brush is a fail brush. I kind of think so. Where else did it go? It's probably on my face. It's happened to me before where I just end up with like star splotches randomly on things. Ooh, that's... no, come here. Yeah, with oil paint with, what do you call it? Liquid on your laptop screen. It makes it look mean, right? Oh, that is gonna make me absolutely mental because I use this for, oh well, that's life. Yeah, let's remember that next time. Hey, anyway, clean up on aisle everywhere. Thank you, David. I really appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. This was a lot of fun. We're gonna do more of these, I think. I feel like maybe I shouldn't relegate these only to the anniversary live stream, right? I should be bringing these out more in the let's see if that. Oh, it's all over my hands too. There we go. Yeah, I got to get the hang of that brush a bit. Microphone. Oh yeah, yep. There we go. You know, I kind of feel like if you don't have paint all over the stuff in your office, what kind of artist are you anyway? Are you just using AI? Oh, don't even let me start that. Holy crap. Flick brush early retirement. You know, it seems like such a good idea, David. Honestly, I feel like I want it to work more than it actually does. But we'll get there. But, yeah, so, here's the thing. We've got a little business to take care of before I wrap up the stream. So, if any of you just arrived, type in !space art in the chat, and you will be, you'll be in for the drawing for this painting. We are going to do the drawing in about a minute. So, let's go ahead and make sure everybody's in there. I have, let me see, how many total? We got a bunch of tickets in here. Thank you, Jean-Marc. I appreciate it. So yeah, what happened to your old flick brush? Well, I still have it, right? I still have my old flick brush, but I probably should have used it, right? Oh, thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. It's been fun to be able to pull this off. But yeah, make sure that you, right there, !space art. You will be entered to win this painting. The drawing is still open. I'm gonna give it like 2 minutes to get all of them in, and then we're gonna do the drawing. Let's see. I've got There we go. Here, yeah, still some tea. There we go. Excellent. Yeah. And so the way this is going to work is this is an oil painting, so it's going to probably take about 2 weeks or so before it finally gets dry enough to where I can varnish it, and that takes a little bit to set up, and then we'll send it out to you. Yeah, this is my every year, the anniversary live stream. It is a giveaway. So yes, Bum 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 bum. And you don't need to be here either. I pretty much know everybody in the live stream chat, so we will be ready to do the whole thing. Alrighty. I'm gonna pull this one off here. We'll move this back over. There we go. Whoops. There we are. Hang tight. There we go. Alrighty then. We've got a couple in here. There we go. See, that showed up. That's awesome. Awesome. Oh wait, Michael, space art only an exclamation point on the front, not on the end. It didn't take. So try again. Just exclamation point and then space art. No exclamation point on the end. It didn't get into the list. But yeah, I need to do more of these kinds, and I just need to do more paintings, especially ones that will be finished. So yeah. Finished art, of course, is always preferable. I feel like some of my live stream paintings haven't quite been as finished as that. It's okay. There we go. I think that got it. There we are. Awesome. Okay. Last minute. Here we are. I am going to close the entries. Here we go. Now, I know it's disappointing if you don't win the painting, so please forgive me. I don't have any say over this. This is entirely randomized through Streamlabs. Here we go. Closing the entries. Dun, da, da! No longer entering the raffle. There we go. Okay. Da, da, da. And what do I do here? Winners. Pick a winner. Winner status. You have not picked a winner. Winner's chat messages will appear. I know I haven't picked a winner yet. I'm trying to pick a winner. Da 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 da. Oh, it's still active. That's why. Close entries. Okay. I'm just hitting buttons, folks. Give me just a second here. All right, let's just see what we got. Da, 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 da. I'll turn this off so you don't have to look at me. Active. Crank up the tension, right? Okay. Giveaways. There. Okay. Let's see here. Well, what the heck? Cat roll, please. Exactly. It's not doing anything. Come on. Bear with me. I know. Been drum rolling for the last 2 minutes, right? I know. Setting. Okay. Okay. It's not giving me the damn button. Technology. It's supposed to give me a pick winner. Yes, exactly. Da 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 da. All right, let's just try this again. Let's go to AV stuff, Streamlabs. There we go. Stop, you're kidding. I think I just did a... Yeah, I'm trying to unplug it and plug it back in is what I'm trying to do. There we go. Well... Ah, there we go. Okay, folks. Okay. I didn't have to unplug it, but I did have to refresh the browser. So, there we go. We're all ready. Ready, folks? Official drum roll here, and boom. We have a winner. We have Jean-Marc Lariviere. Congratulations, Jean-Marc. Boom, we got it. You are the winner. Awesome. And there we go. That is very cool. Sorry, Rhonda. I know. You keep wanting one of these. I feel bad. I feel bad for everyone that did it, but Jean-Marc, congratulations. Absolutely. We will get this up to you. And yeah, I'm congratulations. You will be, it'll be probably about a month or so, and I really appreciate it. Well, thank you, and thank everybody for hanging out here with me today for this fun painting. I had a really great time. So yeah, I'll be updating the I'll have a photo in the Discord. So if you get a chance, go ahead and join the Discord, and I'll have a photo up there, and on social media I'll post the photos of this painting and let everybody know. That's very, very cool. And I'm glad this actually worked out. I've wanted to get some of these pieces back in here that I haven't had in the live stream for a while. I'm just thrilled it wasn't Ginger Snaps. Exactly. And for those of you watching, if you're so inclined, please consider joining me on Patreon. I'll have a link in the description of the video for that. Or I'll have a link even over on Discord. And of course, we'll be back next week. I will update you on the Discord what days we're gonna do this. I am going to be having a video on the YouTube channel of the model that I've been working on, and so that'll be coming up soon. Anybody that's on Patreon will be able to see that before anyone else, because I will post it there, and then we'll do a public viewing. But I want to thank all of you again for showing up here. It means a ton to me. 5 years. 5 years. I keep saying 2025 is going to be a fun year for space art, and I mean it. I have some cool things lined up, and we're just going to keep rolling them out. I'm going to keep feeding myself coffee until I get all of it done. Awesome. Alrighty, folks. I'm going to check out the afternoon, and I will leave you all again with our very fun star flicking end video. And congratulations, Jean-Marc. That's so cool. See, that's why you miss meetings, man. You miss meetings and you get a painting. I tell you what, everybody, maybe I'll have to move it to Friday afternoons. That'll be perfect, right? All right, everyone. Catch you next week. Thank you again. Ad Astra. All right, so I've taken my white paint with my little fan brush here, and let's just see how crazy this goes. This is where I throw paint everywhere.
that just kind of gives it an air of legitimacy that it doesn't deserve. You know?
I have Bob Ross the shit out of this painting.